From moving good teaching to outstanding teaching. When I was doing some research into this subject, I came across an anecdote which I thought I would share with you. A small child brags to her friend, "I taught my dog to whistle." The friend says, "Go on then, let's hear him." The first child says, "Well, he can't do it." And the friend says, "Well, I thought you said you taught him." "Well, I did teach him, but he just didn't learn how to do it." Outstanding teaching needs outstanding learning. Before any outstanding learning can take place, children have a variety of needs which need to be met. Maslow identifies these in his hierarchy of needs. At the lower end of the hierarchy, we have the physiological needs and the security need. Those, as far as I'm concerned, are the bare minimum. Children cannot learn if these needs have not been met. Further up the pyramid, we have the love and belonging need and the esteem need. And I think they're very, very important. Those needs do need to be met. Children can just about learn down here, but I'm passionate about the fact that they do need to belong. They do need to feel loved. They need to have self-esteem in order to make good progress with their learning. At Downlands, we are a rights respecting school, same as Spetsbury. And the Rights Respecting Initiative has gone a long way to help us fulfil these needs of our children. We undertake successful family SEAL sessions termly with all different age groups, which again helps with the belonging, it gets the families involved, and it really does boost the children's self-esteem. We carry out SEAL sessions within the classroom. We have a supportive ethos in our school. We're not a church school, but we do have a Christian ethos. And every piece of work that we do, every lesson is underpinned by the outcomes of every child matters. I decided to have a look at Ofsted, the grade descriptors of Ofsted. It became quite apparent that a lot of it is just down to different adjectives that they use, different adverbs that they use when describing teaching. For example, in order to have good teaching, children need to make good progress. For it to be outstanding, it needs to be rapid and sustained progress. The high expectations of good teaching turn into consistently high expectations for the outstanding teaching, enabling children to learn exceptionally well. Listening, observing and questioning has to become systematically and effectively checking, anticipating interventions across the whole curriculum with notable impact. Teaching of reading and writing, communication and maths has to go from effective to highly effective. Instead of interested and engaged in good teaching, there must be high levels of engagement and commitment to learning across the school for outstanding teaching. Regular and accurate assessment has to become high quality marking and feedback. Effective teaching strategies have to become inspirational teaching strategies, with appropriate support becoming sharply focused and timely. After seeing what the experts had to say about it, I decided to ask another group of experts, my class. I explained to them what I meant by the word outstanding, and asked them for the elements that they thought needed to be involved in it. These are the ideas they came back with. They think it needs to be fun, they think it needs to be exciting. It needs to build their confidence. They want rewards. They want it to be creative. They want support. They want the use of technology. They want it to push your brain. Make it just hard enough. I considered what they'd said, I considered what Ofsted said, and then I considered how it fitted in with Spetsbury. Spetsbury's values are creativity, independence and interdependence. On their learning plan, it says that their outcomes are for improving progress, improving learning and improving questioning. When deciding on the format for my presentation, I wanted to make a cake. I was talked out of this, so instead I've decided to go with a jigsaw. The first piece of my jigsaw for outstanding teaching is creative thinking. Creative thinking, I don't just mean the delivery and the structure of the lesson, but I mean the planning of the curriculum. At Downlands we have a skill-based curriculum due to the high mobility of our children and the fact that we never quite know what they come to us knowing. The creativity within the activities carried out by the children. Bloom's taxonomy is a very good example of a way of using creative thinking. It exemplifies the skills needed for learning knowledge, comprehension and critical thinking. Traditionally, education focused on the lower end skills, the remembering, the understanding. But the higher order skills, the evaluation and the creation, really promote a more thorough and holistic learning experience. Before you can understand a concept, you must be able to remember it. To apply a concept, you must understand it first. To evaluate a concept, you must be able to analyse it. And to create it, you must have evaluated it. Each layer builds upon the previous layer, and the creative process naturally incorporates all of these elements. Interestingly, I also came across a digital application for Bloom's taxonomy, thinking about all the digital uses, all the digital equipment and the uses that we have in school and the procedures that we use. And it splits down all the things that we've got, all the technology that we are able to use, into those different skills, the lower order up to the higher order. The lower order being just using it for research, for finding things, and then up to the higher order skills of the designing things, the constructing, the making websites. This is something that I'm really interested in implementing within my classroom. Curiosity is my next piece of the puzzle. Ken Robinson says, if you can light the spark of curiosity in a child, they will learn without any further assistance. Curiosity is stimulated when something attracts our attention. Children need a hook. It gets them motivated, it gives them learning a purpose. My experts, my class, said they wanted the learning to be fun and exciting. It reminds me of the toddler days when all the child asks is why and why and why and why. And instead of embracing that, we all too often dismiss their curiosity. Hooks into learning can be stories, objects, pictures, videos, anything that stimulates a child's curiosity. Only yesterday morning, I was using a video with my class as a hook into an activity to do with speech marks, and I would like to share it with you.
Alan! 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 Alan!
It's like us in the office.
We used that video as a stimulus to get the children writing their own dialogue, which we then worked on the punctuation and the effective use of speech within their writing. The next piece of my jigsaw is high expectations. A teacher's expectations, either high or low, become a self-fulfilling prophecy, according to the USA Office of International Research, Educational Research and Improvement. It's important to encourage a growth mindset with all of our children, having a positive attitude, make them realise that they can accomplish things. Nobody ever managed to do anything great without practice, without trying. Having the growth mindset and the high expectations applies to all of our children, including the most able and those children with special educational needs. We need to reward the processes that they go through to take them to their end goal. We need to involve the